The car's coming... Okay, the cars are leading towards St. Louis, so I don't want to take that direction. This is heading north, this is heading west, so west we go. Alright, that's leading me up because there's no bridge crossing here, so I'd be going up into Nebraska. Maybe I can get a route on Route 38. That'd take me towards Denver. Cars apparently only go, like, X direction, which I could put, like, little arrows on the road signs to tell me which direction each of those arrows goes, but... No dice. Alright, cross we go. No bridge crossing there, unfortunately. There's a bridge crossing up there, it looks like, so... There we go. Cross. There we go. God damn it. And... Ooh, and then I can catch a train down south to Oklahoma. Or I could take the... Let's see if we can get from Omaha to Denver with hitchhiking. Probably. Now that I actually have, like, all the locations I want to go, I just want to get across them as fast as possible, because there's no stories to look for, so best to just do this. There we go. Hey, stop, asshole! Wow, what a dick. Are you gonna stop for me? Yay, thank you. There we go. And there we go, across the desert. Kind of choppy right now. Let's get my heat going. Let's get my AC going. Okay, it doesn't take me all the way to Denver, but it did get me pretty close. But that was pretty close. Oh. So we're not too far away from, I think his name is Ray. So let's go have a chat with Ray. Into the Rockies we go. That's a river crossing up through there for Denver. There is no river crossing, so I gotta go through the mountains, it looks like. And there we go. Actually, let's see if I can make some money first. See if I can make some money in Denver first. I cannot earn money. Damn it. Where would this road lead me? Up through Utah, it looks like, maybe. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see if he'll... Where does this guy lead me? If he leads me to Ray, cool. If he leads me to another one of them, I'll start with that person. Crossing state lines. Alright, led me to Salt Lake City. Led me to Salt Lake City, Utah, land of the Mormons. Oh, and looks like on this side of the river. Well, there's a river crossing over yonder, and I think Ray's over there, so let's go check that out. Keep going with that. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And over this way we go. Next to Shiprock. Alright, Ray. Let's hear your story, my man. Let's hear your story, my dude. What do you got for me? Chapter 1, White Sands.
Howdy, stranger. Still wandering the desert too? Well, I like that. You've got some real freedom in you. I don't meet many others who are getting by the way I am. Living free like this used to be more common, but now the whole land's up in barbed wire.
I mean, the way he says that, it makes me think that, like, part of your true self is going to be covered in barbed wire, too.
Pa used to joke about sending me out to Uncle Eddie's ranch as a punishment, but it turns out I couldn't live any other way. But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
I don't know about exciting, but I'll give you the story of the potion that revealed the auras of living things. Is it exciting? Who knows?
Oh, come on, amigo. You and I can skip that happy fake stuff, all right? Joy? Well, nothing makes me happier than the desert. And that word, nothing, that's the key. Nothing in front or behind you for miles and miles. It's all yours, and not yours, all at the same time. You know?
I do.
I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Tell me about it. The horny monster girl who sends bewitching tokens to maidens.
You live an exciting life, amigo.
Well, I'm already up to chapter 2 now.
It was love at first sight. First time I saw that sky on fire sunset silhouetting the mountains. And when that sun finally fell, it was like someone spilled countless diamonds all over the sky. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
Sure, since we're at this point, I can just tell you some funny stories. There was a funny, I had a couple funny stories, I just need to remember which section they're in. Fostering, the man who was alerting to sheep. Oh, don't want to leave. Alcoholic circus elephant. Let's go.
You're funny as hell, you know that? Death. Yeah, Uncle Eddie died. He didn't have a will. Maybe he felt like writing one meant he was giving Death permission to come knocking. Death don't care, though. He'll come round unannounced, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Let's see. Exciting stuff. Painters who cheated on their fee killed the man who hired them.
What a story. Man, I'd never go bored sharing a campfire with you.
I don't know. It takes a few... Dupree went through a lot of my stories.
Being a cowboy ain't just about the work. It's about the choices you make. You gotta do right by others, but you can't forget to do right by yourself, neither. You're no good to no one if you can't take care of yourself. So, you know any good jokes?
Good jokes. Jokety jokes. Jokety jokes. Live life crimes. Might as well entertain him with this one. If I can. The man who was strangely alluring to sheep near Spokane. I thought that story was kind of funny.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell that one next time I share a campfire. Back in Chicago, Paul was threatened to send me to Eddie's ranch if I didn't behave, like it was a death sentence. It may not sound like luck, but Paul drinking himself to death meant I was free to come out here. Anyway, Uncle Eddie always said it's rude to keep on gabbing about yourself. So I'm headed out. Going up this way, staying off the road. Maybe. I'll catch you later, amigo.
Alright. Chapter 2, ready to go. Can I see him from... Can I see where he is from here? He would be... Yep, he's over there. Wait, is that him? That would be... Yep, southwest. So yep, he's over there. I'm gonna grab you real quick because you're probably a rest or a food thing or money thing. Yay, money. Creature giving me some stuff from a donation box. Alright, which story evolves first? The listen on the man finishes a wild story about the bold dyke who captures cruel men to feed to her distant harpy lover. What? It's the horny monster girl who sends bewitching tokens to maidens. Okay. Alright. Wasn't expecting that one, but alright. Going. We keep going this way. Over towards Santa Fe. Yep, that's where he is. Other side of the crossing. Making my life annoying by making me have to interact with things that aren't him. Oh no. Alright, so now I want to focus on not, like, letting him speak, not giving him stories he wants to hear. Green glass. White sand, green glass.
Hey, good to see you, amigo. Seems like the desert didn't swallow you up after all. This place is changing. You ever see those big clouds rise up over the San Andreas? That's where the ranch was. They say the bombs they were testing turned all that white sand to green glass.
Ooh, so he was a cowboy during, like, the... So he was a cowboy out here when they were doing the Manhattan Project. Yikes.
Feels like everyone's trying to take their own piece of the frontier and use it for God knows what. All that land, fenced up, shut down. Signs reading, keep out, no trespassing, turn back, get lost. The longer and farther Poncho and I ride, the more barriers we seem to come across. What good's a cowboy without an open range?
Not very.
But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
Exciting. I don't want to tell you exciting just yet. I'm going to tell you the story of the intelligent cows who took over their owner's house. Because it's funny.
Huh. Wait, that one's supposed to be funny?
A hearty har har.
My idea of heaven? At the end of the day, it ain't a job I'm looking for. Not any kind of money. It's just being able to live by my own way, without no one telling me where I can and can't go. I'll bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Exciting stuff. Story of the Headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow.
Damn, amigo. Ain't the world hell enough already?
Yeah.
Traps? Well, a man can be locked up by the law, but also by himself. Longer I stay in one place, the more I feel like I'm doing myself an unkindness. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
I do, but I'm not going to tell them to you. I'm going to tell you about the bus rider displaced in time and space.
Oh, come on. That one didn't really happen. Used to be. You travel all around to drive your cattle from one place to another. Nowadays, I travel all over just to find the work. So, you know any good joke?
I do know good jokes, but I'm not going to tell them to you. Not yet. I'm going to tell you the story about the box with the strange creature inside in the Northwest. Damn it.
You're funny as
That's
hell.
a funny
you
one?
know that?
Oh, right. I guess it was kind of funny. Damn it.
Even though I ain't got no job, I still got my freedom. And that's worth more than any work you can find. Anyhow, you got a hopeful story, amigo? I could use some cheering up.
Cheering up. So because of that, I shall give you a sad story. About the rotting stuff.
Amigo, who do you think I am? I can tell that tearjerker ain't true. When I see those roads and their telephone lines cutting up the skyline, well, sometimes I daydream about it all blowing away like sand. I gotta get going, amigo. Sun's coming up. Gotta cover some ground early. Keep safe, okay? The desert ain't obligated to care about you. The people buying it up sure don't care. I'm headed out across the land this way. Maybe we'll meet again. Can't trust lawmen no more. But maybe people like you and me can trust each other.
Yep, maybe. Just maybe. And he's back up that way, so across the bridge I go. I was like, where's the music? Where's my music? Nope, I don't want to go. I don't want to return to Miami. It takes forever to get out here now because I don't have anything. One second. All right. There we go. Across the White Rider, through Shiprock. And we go. Grab you. Let's see. Story about the bewildered ghost riding buses back and forth all over America. Is the story about the bus rider displaced in time and space. Excellent. And here we go. Hey Ray, what's up? Bring glass in high, last forever.
Hey there, amigo. Looks like we're both still hanging on. Run into any lawmen since we met last? Seen any fences they wouldn't let you cross?
Maybe.
Seems like the whole world's getting tied up in chains these days. Wonder how long it'll be before they tie me up, too.
And you don't seem like you're into that, so yeah, that would be bad.
But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
Titan thing. Architects who came to blows in Santa Fe?
Amigo, who do you think I am? The past? It wasn't so bad. Back on the ranch, it was hard work, day in and day out. But I took for granted what it meant to have steady pay and folks who gave a damn about my well-being. Nowadays, my work and my well-being are on my own shoulders. But anyway, you know any sad stories, amigo?
Sad stories? Children who lived a life of crime and grew weathered beyond his years. That's sad.
You trying to scare me?
It is scary, though.
That weak stuff ain't putting a drop of sweat on me.
Not like the heat.
Authority? Talking about the people in charge? Well, this desert don't belong to nobody. And no one's got the authority to draw lines in the sand, especially not with steel and asphalt.
Yep.
So why don't you tell me a good spooky story, amigo?
A spooky story. Or I can tell you a story about the beautiful woman who broke the hearts of musicians. That's another one of those ones that I haven't told you any stories from yet.
Come on. That one didn't really happen. The future ain't looking good. The way that war ended, those bombs, it don't sit right with me.
Oh, so he's a cowboy after World War II then. Yeah, he is way past the heyday of the Wild West at this point.
Bad winds blow from White Sands. You can feel it in the air coming out over the San Andreas. I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Like, Jesus, like, he is past, like, the heyday of the cowboy by, like, a few decades. He's just one of those last ones. And maybe if he moved up to Montana, he might have, like, some of the freedom he's looking for, but not here. Stranger in the woods in California.
Damn, amigo. Home? A lawman don't like it when you tell him you ain't got a permanent address. Too many folks think a home is a building. For me, it's where I lay my head when I get tired. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
I think I know some funny stories, but I'm trying to find which of these I haven't selected from yet. Ah, funny stories. Mysterious woman preaching the gospel to all who would listen. More of a hopeful story, but this way I now have all my bases covered.
Oh, come on, amigo. You and I can skip that happy fake stuff, all right? My faith? Well, I sure as hell don't have any faith in the folks running this country. They're doing right by themselves, always, and never what's right for the land or for the folks living in it. Gonna lose too much water if I keep going on like that. And the sun's rising too. Time to get going. My path takes me this way, out across the desert. I'll see you some other time, amigo.
Story grew in the telling. Ray's Lament. Ray Chapter 3, now available. And back across we go. Back across we go. Wait, is he on Chapter 3? He's on Chapter 3 now? Make sure. Yep, Chapter 3. So it was white sand, green glass, and red sky. Alright. Story about the cow landlords who evicted their human tenant and lived indoors. You realize almost instantly he's telling a new version of the tale of the intelligent cows. Alright. Alright. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Is chapter 3 where we get to see your true self, Ray? Because I imagine you're gonna feel very I imagine it feels very confined and like you're losing your freedom, because that seems to be the core theme of your story, is losing freedom after thinking you finally found it. And like, it's definitely a sad bit of like the sun sets on the age of the cowboy. Oh, there he is. Yep. Barbed wire, his horse dying, flames. Sounds, it looks about right. Dot, 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 dot.
Keep moving there, stranger. You wouldn't want me to... Oh, it's you. Sorry about that, amigo. Been quite a while. This desert sun will bleach your memory.
Or Poncho.
Raymond Edward Dawson, or Riding Ray. It's all over the posters now, with a hefty sum attached to them. I'm going by Will now. This here's my new horse, Ghost.
Okay, so you're a wanted criminal now. A bandito.
Couldn't stand seeing those damn fences no more, so I started cutting them. Landed me in the clink a few times, but I got good at cutting through there, too.
All right.
But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
I do know some funny stories. But I'm gonna tell you... Actually, there's one of these that I didn't get any of them for, right? Or did I? Double check, because I'll do that one first. No, I don't want to leave. Oh, sad stories. There. 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 Okay, so I had all of them. So let's just go down the line from here. The scarecrow possessed by the ghost of a vagrant.
Damn, amigo. Those lawmen back in town, the sheriff, all the way up to the general. They might think they have authority over America's borders, but they don't got authority over the desert. And as long as I'm out here, I'm the one in control.
Mm-hmm. You keep telling yourself that, my friend.
But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
Exciting thing? The man who discovered Pluto.
Huh. The past. I wish I could roll back time. I look at the desert now and I can't help but think I was born 30 years too late. When the desert was a true frontier. When the range was truly open. I would have been a damn good cowboy.
I think so, too.
Instead, I'm an outlaw.
I mean, you might have been an outlaw back then, too. You never know.
But anyway, you know any sad stories, amigo?
The man who robbed banks... Let's see. The girl who ran a network helping the persecuted escape their oppressors.
Amigo, that one's gotta be a lie. Don't treat me like I'm stupid, okay?
Okay.
The future ain't looking good. After all that fuss about making bombs to point at them, now they're pointing their own right back at us. Even if we all go up in smoke, the desert will be fine. Probably better than fine, really. I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Tell you about it, eh? A little girl who worked as a mechanic repairing trains before her 13th birthday. Yeah. Let's go. Wall Street tycoon who became the bearded lady. No, a spell at the crossroads of the Northwest. We'll do that one.
You trying to scare me? The kind of love I have for this place, it's kind of obsessive, unrequited love. It'll make you selfish, irritable. It'll make you lash out against anyone or anything looking to do it harm. But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
Most exciting thing. The little girl with the wheelbarrow around Omaha. Although that's kind of might be scarier.
Huh. Wait.
Oh, funny.
Home? The desert's my home. They can fence it off, they can wrap it in barbed wire, paved roads. But hell if I'm gonna let them do it without a fight. The sun's coming up, amigo. I've got to get going. Take my advice. Keep off the roads. The open country's safest. The desert's harsh, but at least it's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm cutting overland this way. Usually I don't have anyone I can tell my plans to, but I know you. Well, you understand this country. You've been all over it too.
It's true. This is like my third go-around.
People like us, we're the kind who can't live no other way.
All right, and he's back up that way. Yep, back near Shiprock. Shiprock. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Go, there we go. And another evolution story, evolution thing. Let's see what we got this time. Story about the saint wandering the land, pulling lost souls in to be saved. Story of the mysterious woman preaching the gospel to all who would listen. Yep. And now we have Ray. More stories for Ray to help evolve. And maybe I'll help him too.
Hey there, amigo. I knew we'd meet again. You and I are both the kind of folks who can't be held in one place. But the law's gonna follow me wherever I go the rest of my days. It's funny to feel free and hunted both at once.
Yeah.
I don't want to find a place to settle and rest, but now, on the U.S. side of the border, I can't. So...
Any good jokes? So, just making sure. So all the ones that have 2 are ones that I used. The flock of grackles who ate human flesh. That's more of a horror story, but...
Damn, amigo. Poncho was the last of my family left. That night I got arrested. He and I were bashed up pretty bad. But there ain't no prison clinics for the poor beasts that we rope into our affairs.
Oh, so Poncho did die. That's depressing.
But anyway...
Some funny stories? I don't. Off the top of my head. The millions of colorful butterflies sweeping across the sky.
Huh. Happiness is hard for me to find these days. Everywhere you look now. Roads, fences, power lines. Garbage. Garbage left by men who feel like they ought to control everything. Wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
But when I find those pristine views, unmarred by man's footprints, well, everything's all right. I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
The ghoul who frightened folks by screaming jokes from his grave.
Huh.
Funny.
Folks say that the desert is deadly, that it kills. But it don't. It just doesn't care if anything in it lives or dies.
It's true.
It keeps on existing, no matter what, and pays no mind to the human drama we've brought upon it. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
Maybe. I'm going to tell you the story of the lost ring in California. No, the story of the hunting bald eagle out by San Fran.
Amigo, that one's gotta be praying for one last bit of luck to come and push me and Ghost over the border to Mexico. I can take it from there. So, you know any good jokes?
Know any good jokes? Not particularly, but there's the story of the Plaza Theater, which often shows strange and uncanny documentaries.
Oh, come on, amigo. You and I can skip that happy fake stuff, all right? Can't trust no one out here, now that I got a bounty on my head. All I can do is get to a place where my face don't mean nothing to nobody. The sun's coming up, amigo. Take my advice. Keep
off the
I'm
roads,
cutting overland this way. Usually I don't have anyone I can tell my plans to, but people like us
can't live. And back down. Oh, he went a very different direction. Where'd he go this time? Oh, he went up now, further up and closer to Salt Lake City now. Well, before that, let's go to Shiprock. Get this story upgraded. Let's see. Story of the girl who used the train to run a safe statewide criminal network. To run a statewide criminal network. Oh, so it went from helping people to just being a criminal. That's sad. The story was configured into a way that sheds her in a very negative light. That's very sad. And we go across, and I can see Ray over there. Wait, what's his name now? I think he goes by Will now. With his horse ghost. With his ghost horse, I should say. It's basically just a ghost horse. Across we go. I wonder. Okay, so yeah, it is the story. All the stories that I have left to deal with that I collect are all just the stories from all the people that I need to talk to. Okay, that makes more sense, because I was like, why do I have like 7 stories up here in New York that I haven't seen yet? But it's just because I have to get the stories out of a few more people. That makes sense. Gotcha. Almost there. There's a story up. There's a story evolution in Salt Lake City. What do you got for me? Let's see. The story of El Paso, where everyone acts with kindness lest their sins go on show at the theater. The bones of the snakes at the Plaza Theater. Gotcha. Alright, that one's fully evolved now. Alright, Ray. Let's have a chat. This might be our last one, who knows?
Hey there, amigo. I knew we'd meet again. But the laws, I don't want to find a place to sit. But anyway.
Funny stories. I will tell you the story. You know, I'm going to tell you the story of Franklin, just because I want to get his story evolved more.
You're funny as hell, you know that? About sorrow. When I see the desert tied down, cut up, priced, and sold, I feel it as sure as if it were my own self. Like how it felt in that cell when those sons of bitches came round, bored, looking for someone to beat on. But anyway, amigo.
Most exciting story. The camera which killed those it photographed.
You trying to scare me, Travel? I'll never stop moving now, even if I wanted to. I'll never bind myself to one place, and to hell with anyone who tries to force me to.
Fair enough.
I'll bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Let's see. The grifter who pretends to be a reporter to catch free drinks. That's more funny, but I need to get some of these stories down.
I guess we got different senses of humor, amigo. But talking about my choices, my recent choices, I didn't set out trying to hurt no one. But the more I see men trying to bring harm to the desert, the more I feel like I gotta stand up for her. So, you know any good jokes?
Maybe, but I'll tell you the story of the deer which chose death over enslavement. I call him Bambi.
Amigo, who do you think I am? I'm free now. But I don't know if you can really call being on the land being all that free. I gotta watch where I go. It's just another fence, another do not enter sign on top of all the other ones we got around here. So...
Any good jokes? Jokes, I will actually tell you instead the story of John Henry, the strongest railroad worker ever.
Oh, come on. Prison? I'd rather die than be stuck in one of those holes. Crammed in a little square box I can barely see out of. It's torture. Worse than torture. Anyway, I gotta get a move on, amigo. Doubt we'll see each other again. But I hope the best for you. Anyway, I gotta get a move on, amigo. Can't stay in one place too long no more.
Uh-oh. I got nothing left here no more. Gonna head down to Old Mexico and rest my feet a spell. Adios, amigo. Oh, I got Ray's story. Okay. Got Ray's story for that. Now, he gave me a flute carved from the rib of a horse. It has a sweeter sound than you'd expect, and it takes me to Denver. Alright. But now, we do the rotation. Back to Jacksonville. And now I have one that takes me further west now, which will make future endeavors a little easier, I think. Frame rate, come on. Okay, try this one for size. The story of the elixir that unmasked the soul. Sounds like the story of the potion that revealed the auras of living things, though some parts changed. Yep, that sounds like it too. Over here. Over here. Over here we go. Come on. And back to Jackson. Bill. To this we go. Let's see. Stumbles through the tale about the architect ghost who haunts his rival's house in Santa Fe. It's the twisted version of the story of the architects who came to blows in Santa Fe. Alright. There we go. Do you want to hear a good story? Blunders through a tale about the curse of Nightshade. It's the story of the twisted version of the spell at the crossroads. Alright. There we go, and back over here. Let's see. The story of the farm dotted with scarecrows, made from the corpses of dead men. That's by the ghost of a vagrant. Yep. So that one's done now. That one's done. Next up we got... There we go. And let's see. Story about the cursed camera brimming with stolen souls. The camera which killed those it photographed, which is a very R.L. Stein thing, if I remember correctly. It was like one of the R.L. Stein books, Stay, Say Cheese, and Die, or something like that. I don't know, I haven't read R.L. Stein since I was a kid, so... Whoa. The story about the eagle who watches over travelers from the sky. The story of the hunting bald eagle. Alright. Alright, that one's wakening up. Got you. They listen rapidly to the story about the trickster spirit who survives in the modern world by pretending to be a journalist. The grifter who pretends to be a reporter kid. So now he's a trickster spirit, like a Puck, or one of the Fae. Over here. While in the end, listen is the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the siren who trapped artists in a dying backwater town. The story of the beautiful woman who broke the hearts of musicians. Gotcha. That's fully awakened now. Getting through quite a few right now, honestly. Against the wall. Group recitation of the teacher who turned a rowdy class of children into a flock of sheep. Oh, that's a fun evolution of the one about the man strangely alluring the sheep. That's a fun evolution. Oh, it's not even the final one too. Interesting. Let's see. Tells the story of a meadow of infinite butterflies, every color of the rainbow. Like the millions of colorful butterflies. I mean, when you see millions of butterflies, it feels like an infinite number, even though you know it can't be. So fair. What do we got next? Let's see. The story of the man who caught a fiend from another world in a box. Sounds like the story of the box with the strange creature inside. And yep, it's a Cthulhu Lovecraftian thing. Another worldly creature. Want to hear a story? Stumbles quickly through a tale about the legendary John Henry, who outdrilled a machine and died in the attempt. Yep, good old John Henry. John Henry is finished. Did I ever finish Paul Bunyan's? I'm not sure, actually. Let's see. The story of a ghastly legend of Ichabod Crane. It's the new master. What's his name? Ichabod Crane. And the Headless Horseman. That's a good one. Yep. About the zombie who worked in vaudeville. It was a version of the ghoul who frightened folks by screaming from his grave. That's a pretty funny one. That was a very interesting encounter, not gonna lie. Very strange. See. The little girl who raised a monster with love. It's the one about the girl with the monster in a wheelbarrow. Alright. Got that one going. Good, good, goody, good, good. Slowly but surely, the pieces are falling into place. Asking for a while about the weather and the state of the world. All bad and getting worse. He takes a different tack. Tells the story of the deer that could not be touched by human hands. Sounds a lot like the story of the deer which chose death over enslavement. Good. Whoops. Alright, how many more stories I got to go through? Who can say? Look, it's a boy. A strange story about the old gangster whose spirit is trapped in the body of a little boy. The story of the child who lived a life of crime and grew weathered beyond their years. Alright. That one's finished now, I think. Yep. We have you. A story about the astronomer who found a new star every time he looked to heaven. It's the man who's discovered Pluto. Okay. That's a fun, hopeful story, I think. So now we go back over here. So she's telling, oh shit, about the wild man of the forest. The story of the stranger in the woods. Is it Bigfoot? Is it going to be Bigfoot? I feel like this is going to be Bigfoot. No, because they might have referenced his feet ahead of time if they were going to make him Bigfoot. He's going to be a mountain man, though. Still is a story about the crew of vigilante painters who attacked cheating bosses all over the country. It's the same as the ones who cheated for their fees, killed their boss. Even with the tail. Back over here. To you. Group recitation of the spirit of hunger that manifested as a three-headed bird. It's the story of the flock of grackles that ate human flesh. Do you think that really happened? No, it didn't, as it caused me to get my one and only death in this game. Alright. Break time is finished. They rapidly listen to the story about the restaurant run by alcoholic elephants. Oh yeah, Runster's drunken elephants. Pink elephants on parade. Dun 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 dun. What'll I do? What'll I do? What an unusual view. There we go. The girl who could communicate with cats. The dog who could bring you anything you wished. The Chinese chef who could cook absolutely any ingredient into a dish. Cursed idol. Cow landlords for the ghost who haunts the Alamo. The bull dyke for the turkey who fell deeply in love with a human man. You for the family journeying to a city of plenty. Girl using the transit statement for the man who swam into the ocean to escape his troubles. Oh yeah, that was in Florida. That was, I think, like the first or second episode of this entire thing a long time ago. Pale Death tending to his flock. Beautiful ghost who haunts the hotel. Deer that could not touch by human hands with the Thunderbird people. The Wildered Ghost for the wandering man murdered by his romantic rival. And the lights in the desert which abduct travelers, which is UFO sightings. Spirit of the Three Bird. Children struck mute by seeing La Llorona. Good. Zombie who worked in vaudeville for the faceless woman who drowned her children. Restaurant run by alcoholic elephants for the serial murderer. Peddler who tested his poisons on unsuspecting customers. John Henry for the scores of animals dying left and right at Runcitors. Ghastly legend of Ichabod Crane for the shantytown where every citizen had simply ludicrous dreams. Scarecrows for the cops who went to war against strikers in Minneapolis. Old gangster in a kid spirit. The corn farmers who started worshiping a pagan god to save their harvest. Astronomer for the haunted store. Oh, I think that's, and we'll put August Tale on there just so I know I have it, but I'm not gonna actually tell anyone August Tale. And yeah, all right, okay. So I didn't get all of Franklin's Tale that I wanted to. That's unfortunate. Now I have a way to get up to Colorado, and from there, probably hitch a ride. I'm guessing that means that there's like some people's stories that I just don't have. I don't have Althea's probably. Althea, Bertha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe one of theirs, maybe. Because that should mean now that I'm seeing that like some of these stories up here should be disappearing, right? It'll always be like one less than there actually is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I'm down to 6 stories. Huh, interesting. But I'm also up to 7 of the group of the family collected. Now, where do I want to go? We could head down to California, see if they can get us to Las Vegas. See if they'll take us to Las Vegas. So we want to go this way then? Now the question is, do cars come this way? I don't actually know.